healthcare event morphed into a tea party last night. Senator Claire McCaskill's office held an open healthcare forum last night in St. Louis. Well, that at least was the plan, a healthcare forum, but it didn't exactly turn out like that. Members of the local Tea Party coalition decided to drop by.
Concerns about a public option. Senator McCaskill does support a public option. She thinks it will enhance
Nancy Pelosi, Harry Reid, and the rest of the people in Congress and the Senate, are they going to be willing to be on the same plan they're asking us to be on?
Joining us live is Dana Loesch. She's a radio host and works with the St. Louis Tea Party Coalition. She was at the event last night. Good evening. And I understand that Senator McCaskill didn't make the forum. I think she had to stay back and do some business in Washington. Is that right? And so that's why you guys sort of, I don't know if hijacked is the right word, morphed it into a tea party?
Yeah, that's correct, Greta, and thanks for having me on. She had two of her representatives present at this healthcare forum, and it's interesting because the forum came about as a result of kind of a botched protest from 2 weeks ago when Tea Party participants just, peacefully gathered in front of her office in University City here in St. Louis, and her staffers responded by kind of flipping out and locking the doors and pulling the blinds and calling the cops because some middle-aged women and their kids were intimidating, I guess. So in response to that, she arranged this healthcare forum along with Carl Bearden of Americans for Prosperity, and we at the Tea Party Coalition just kind of helped it out and got some people together and got the word out. And it was just, it wasn't just limited to Tea Party participants too. I mean, it was open to everybody because this healthcare legislation is a concern, I think, to everyone, regardless whether or not they're conservative or liberal or a member of any party.
All right, I'm curious about the Tea Party last night, but I'm also a little bit curious that the protest about 2 weeks ago, was anybody arrested when the police were called?
No, nobody was arrested, and we're real smart about what we do. We make sure that we videotape everything. In fact, we have multiple videographers at every event. And I know some of the staffers inside McCaskill's office were saying that we were beating on the windows and all of that stuff, and we were doing no such thing. I mean, it was kind of like Edgar Allan Poe gently rapping at the chamber door. Nobody was beating on any windows or anything like that. But yeah, I do appreciate that the senator did set up this forum in response to that. I do wish, however, that she herself would have been there in person, and I understand that she had business to take care of, and I know that she's arranging a couple of other events in August that she's actually going to be physically present at. But I think it would have gone over a little bit better last night had her representatives had some answers for a lot of people because they lined up and were asking questions.
How many people showed up last night?
We had anywhere from between 1,000 to 1,200 people there. And I know usually they expect, about like 100, 150 people there. And when I first got there, everybody was kind of crammed in this little bitty room. And it was a little bit of a fire hazard. So they moved everybody downstairs to the cafeteria. And I mean, it was just packed.
Was there a cross-section of people by nature of, their employment and their experiences, or was it seemed to be sort of a monolithic group?
No. There were, young and old, black and white, and there were people who were physicians, nurses, college students, stay-at-home moms, grandmothers, grandfathers, just, career women, career men. There was a whole variety of people who were present, and all of them had concerns. And it was really interesting because even the people who seemed to be, I guess you could typecast them as being adamantly against or adamantly for the healthcare legislation, they even had some concerns about it. So, it was really interesting. I just wish there had been, some answers to placate people.
Well, you'll get another shot because apparently she's going to have another forum, so you'll get another shot to find out. Thank you for joining us, and good luck.
Thanks, Greta.